Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In this session, we will discuss Periscope, that is a device. This topic has been taken from topic of lights from O level and IGCSE physics books. And this book is written by Tom Duncan and Heather Kennett and published by Hodder's Education. And this periscope is a very simple type of device. The tube consists of a tube containing, this is a tube which contains two plane mirror. One plane mirror is here and the second plane mirror is here. So fixed parallel to and facing each other. So this and this is facing each other, and each make an angle of 45 degree with the line joining them like this. And figure 3.210 is shown this. Somebody or observer is here and an obstacle is there, so the observer cannot see the far objects in this situation. So in this situation we use a periscope. So the periscope helps to see the object behind the obstacles. So light from the object is turned through 90 degree at each reflection, and observer is able to see over a crowd, for example this 3.211, or over the top of an obstacle. So over the top of an obstacle or in a crowd. So this is that light will here, and you can see in a crowdy situation, the crowd. So what happens here? The object's light refract from this mirror and again reflected, and the observer see it here in this way. So the light or object rays enter into this first mirror and it reflected and again reflected, and the observer can see this. So this is the working of periscope. Now the regular and diffuse reflection. So this is the regular reflection. If a parallel beam of lights fall on a plane mirror, it is reflected as a parallel beam. So this is parallel lights coming on the surface plane mirror, and it reflects. Similarly this one also reflects, but if the surface is irregular or rough surface, then it's reflect like this, but on the other side it reflects at this angle. So this here these and twos are parallel. Similarly the reflect will also be parallel, but here these lines are not parallel. But the most surface, however, reflect light irregularly. So this is irregular reflection, and because of this irregular reflection, this is also called diffuse reflection. And the ray in an incident parallel beam are reflected in many directions. So it reflects this, it reflects in direction. Similarly, other waves appear here and it will move in this direction. So this is called a diffuse reflection. So this diffuse reflection is a very important phenomena. Due to this diffuse reflection, we can see objects in a dark region where the lights are. Suppose we have lights on in a corridor, and we can see the objects in a dark room which is adjacent to that corridor, because of this diffuse reflection. Because that irregular reflection will help us to see the objects in a nearby region, because of this irregular reflection or diffuse reflection. Real images and virtual images. Real images is the one which can be produced on a screen. So real images are always produced on the screen and is formed by the ray that actually pass through the screen. A virtual image cannot be formed on a screen. A virtual image never forms on a screen. The virtual image is produced by rays which seems to come from it but does not pass through it. The image in a plane mirror is a virtual image. The plane image formed in a plane mirror is always virtual. This is not a real image. So ray from a point on an object are reflected at the mirror and appear to our eyes to come from a point behind the mirror where the rays would intersect when extrapolated backwards like this. So this is an object and it appears here, and this object appears here, and our eyes can see this as so image will be formed here. So this is reflection, this angle of incident, and this is angle of reflection. Similarly this is angle of incident, this is angle of reflection. Because of this we can see this object. So this is a virtual ray which is formed. So this kind of image formation are part of the IGCSE O level exam, and this is very important. So this is virtual rays, which is extrapolated when the rays would intersect when extrapolated backwards. So this goes to this, and when it extrapolated backward, it forms the image here. IA and IB are this IA and IB are the construction line and are shown as a broken lines. So this is broken line. Properties of image. The image in a plane mirror is far behind the mirror as the object is in front, with the line joining the same point on the object and the image being perpendicular to the mirror. So this is the properties of image. The same size as the object in a plane mirror, the image will be of the same size of the object, and the image will always be virtual. And using these properties we form this kind of kaleidoscope. So kaleidoscope, we have this objects, four objects, and we have placed this mirror with different angles and gives reflection, and it shows that there are a lot of objects. The kaleidoscope produces pattern using the image formed by two plane mirrors. The patterns change as the object moves. So this, if we move the object, the pattern will be changed. So this is kaleidoscope. Now we will discuss test yourself on the topic of reflection.